things quickly before we get into my review. This was supposed to be a review, period, okay? But I saw Nene going back and forth with Porsha Williams fans, and so I changed the title. So if you're wondering if it's Nene checking Porsha Williams fans, then or some of her fans as well, why is the video so long? Because I did a detailed review on the episode. Also, did you guys see Nene on Watch What Happens Live on Sunday? Man, Andy facial expressions just ended me. He was looking at her like, what the heck is she on? And somebody can get this woman off my stage. He looked over it. Oh my gosh. I was just like, you know what? Yes, I get it. Nene is loud. She do her noises and all of that. But Sunday, I don't know if she was doing it to cover up whatever she was feeling, but she was extra, and I just couldn't stop laughing at Andy facial expressions. But let's go. A caller also asked Nene if the suspension rumors were true, and if the firing rumors were true, and she busted out laughing and was like, would I be in the clubhouse if I was getting fired? And absolutely not. She did not get suspended, and she said it right in front of Andy, and Andy didn't say or do anything. He just sat there and looked at her. So just wanted to clear some things up right in the beginning.
We are here, guys. We are here. Hi, guys. We're here, honey, at Casa Leaks, honey. Yes, in the glam room, honey, pulling y'all together. Yes. What's going on, world? Talks about, simply said, I didn't want my closet filled because my closet was unorganized. And people just be ignoring that shit when you say shit to them. And then I went on my YouTube to go on to say further, I've never even been inside of Candy's house before. Ever. Okay? I've only been in her guest house. That's what she, have a lot of people always in her guest house, but, I've never been in her house. I've never taken a tour of her home. I don't even know what her kitchen looks like. Okay? So, that's crazy. I mean, and it was her first time visiting my home. And Porsha, I just went to her house for the first time this season. I said this season. And people just be coming up to, why you didn't want them to, bitch, don't tell me what let somebody do in my house. Shit. These girls always disrespecting each other's home and shit. It's crazy. But anyway, on a happier note, you gotta hurry up because we got to get in these streets out here.
What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News. Well, there you go. Nene is still talking about this whole closet situation. She was on Instagram Live last night getting ready, to do whatever she was about to do, and talked about it again. The live was longer than this, but this is the only part where she wasn't playing loud music. So I was like, thank you. Nene also did a YouTube video talking more about the episode, so I'm going to get into that. I'm also going to go ahead and let's talk about the other clips you saw real quick. I did this video about 5 months ago when I posted Kenya Moore deserves, basically joking around saying, how dare you, have a hair, a natural hair, I'm saying, moment without the queen of hair. Like, come on. Anyways, that was done 5 months ago. So I already kind of talked about this episode without really seeing it. So now let's talk about it, okay? I'm going to get to the classic part because that's like the big thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and read some of the comments first before I even get into my commentary about Nene checking some of Porsha fans. Checks fans, clap back, same thing. Wait a minute. You over here giving ish to Porsha and Marlo for being late to a party. Weren't you late the entire time you were in Japan? When on the very first night they explained to you that being late is disrespectful to their culture. LOL girl, as Ariana Grande would say, thank you, next. Nene responded, 30 minutes late and 4 hours late are two very different things. Another fan responded, late is late. Okay? So that was that. Why were you acting so crazy about your closet? because it's my closet and my house. Next question. This other person, Nene, you keep saying you never invited them upstairs. They weren't the only ones. Okay, this is the one that got everybody going in. Okay. I understand your closet, but I just pray you didn't put your hands on a pregnant woman. Okay. That's all that matters. Nene responded, "Child, bye. I haven't put my hands on anybody in all the years I have worked this show. Yet the person you are speaking of has been in 3 physical fights. So bye." And that just sent them on. Okay. You didn't put your hands on her is all that freaking matters. Why you have to bring up her 3 fights? One thing, the person you speak of, what happened to the sisterly bond that quickly? Sisterhood. Exactly, Nene. Nene, exactly. I don't see what people don't understand about respecting other people's privacy. And these aren't a group of young B-words either. Shaking my head. Why do you push a desire for you to even speak on her like this in a comment when fans are the ones question if you hit her, not her? So why does she deserve for you to throw her under the bus like that and keep bringing up the past? But you don't want nobody probably bringing up your past. I love Nene, but this season she has been real nasty, and I try to have empathy for her because her husband is fighting cancer, which I completely understand because I'm fighting it right now. But the way she handled herself, it is no freaking excuse. Whether that's your closet or not, you did not have to act the way you acted. And lately, she's been on this. If you don't agree with Nene, then bleep you. That's be rude if you don't agree and make you out to the only one wrong. Well, you are in my prayers. The fact that you're fighting cancer and you're on the blog and responding, all of that, yeah, I'm keeping you lifted in my prayers. What Nene explained in one of her YouTube videos, she basically said, listen, if you notice, Marlo came with a bag, Cynthia Bailey came with a bag. So basically, they were going to film a moment where Marlo and Cynthia and her, they all spend the night together, where her girls came over to help her. Because of all of the text messages Greg sent both, Cynthia and Marlo, that they came over to help her to sleep over. She was saying that basically she did not just leave the girls to go upstairs, okay? Because most people were saying if you don't want people to come upstairs in your home, then the proper etiquette would have been to excuse yourself. Well, that's production problem right there. Either it was removed or they didn't say anything. What Nene wrote in her comments on Instagram was production instructed her and Marlo and Cynthia to all go upstairs because they were trying to shoot a scene where Cynthia and Marlo came over to sleep. And first of all, before I even continue about upstairs and Nene, Shamari, listen, I'm sure there's another funny way and healthy way, whatever the case might be, for you to get your check from this show. You are a mother. It's not all about just music, as you can see from Candy. Yes, Candy still does shows and music, but she's a businesswoman. You could get endorsement deals, starts working with different brands and things like that. And you don't want them to say, we're not touching her, because one, she can't control her drinking, and two, she's going to be a problem. If you are using this platform to rebrand yourself, then choose another way, sweetheart, because being dragged out of parties and that wasn't a good look at all. And even though Shamari said, I'm not an alcoholic, she's been DUI. She said it herself. Yeah, that's not cool. You have kids and all of that. That's not cool. And the fact that she walked in with 2 friends, she needed 2 people to carry her out. The fact that her friends came with change of clothes in the car, I already knew what time it was. And then she, maybe she was just answering the question, but sometimes there's just certain things that you should just sit and eat your food and ignore. Because when someone wrote that they miss Kenya and you know who, this was what she responded with. Go ahead and watch it on Hulu or whatever. I'm like, girl, be careful, because you might not even be there for the second season, but you never know, okay? Because, she have a little bit of messy, stuff in her. So, and Bravo likes that. So she might be giving a second try. So that's that. Now, back to all of the girls. The other thing that was a little confusing was the whole Marlo and Nene situation. If I'm your best friend and your husband texts me not once but twice saying, I need you to go and check on my wife. It is important. I don't care how far I live. I don't care what hair appointment. I'm getting in my car and I'm racing towards your house because I'm thinking you are about to harm yourself or something bad is about to happen. So Marlo reaction, I'm not here for Marlo, but Marlo reaction was 100% correct. So drive all the way to you because they care about you. And then you say, oh, I want to spend the day alone. I already made plans. I get that. I don't want to be bothered. I made plans. But when you see that your friend cares for you so much and dropped everything they have going on in their life to rush by your side, then according to Nene, Marlo is like the best friend of all of her friends on the show. This is a comment on the screen right here. Cynthia Bailey, who? Exactly. I'll talk about that more. But yeah, so Marlo's reaction was great. So yes, of course I'm going to go in on you. Girl, do you know how far you live? Right? The whole comment about Cynthia Bailey. Of course, Nene feel this way about Marlo. Because Marlo, when Nene say jump, Marlo say how high. Okay? Where Marlo was where Cynthia used to be with the whole friendship contract and all of that. Cynthia is no longer taking that mess. She's putting her foot down and she's saying, if I'm your friend and I rock with you, great. However, I'm allowed to have other friends. We're all grown. I'm not about to cut off amazing people in my life just because you don't rock with them. It's not happening that way. And I don't blame Cynthia. Why? Because Nene feels like, she can never really open up and completely open up to Cynthia Bailey, because how can she be sure that, Cynthia Bailey going over there and being best friends with someone that she despises, how can she be 100% sure that Cynthia won't ever slip up and tell her business to that person? So that's the reason why she walks a very fine line with Cynthia. But with Marlo, I'm sure she and Marlo can sit together, gossip, kiki about everybody. She can't have that same energy around Cynthia because Cynthia is best friends with one of the women she doesn't like. So, of course, Candy reactions when she was talking about Nene hair and just everything just had me laughing. Not laughing at Nene hair, just Candy commentary was hilarious, all right? The moment when Nene started crying and, and everyone just rallied around her and was there for her and all of that, I'm wishing her well. For the people saying, girl, your husband got cancer, this is the season, you should have just taken a break. It's very expensive. And especially when you are self-employed, insurance and all of those things is kind of like, it's not the same. So I'm sure financially you're trying to make sure your husband get the top doctors and all of that. It's not cheap. So they have to work. And I'm sure there were days where Greg didn't want to film, but he definitely understands and understood that they had to get to this money, And so, hey, but at the end of the day, like I said, I am wishing her well. It was just weird that, Marlo was coming for her and letting her know that it wasn't about her. Cynthia was also saying, she's being harsh on Marlo because Marlo was actually being a friend. And I guess it was just too much, so she just broke down and started crying. But I am wishing her well. But the ladies look great. Now, that in her YouTube video, that she talked to her producer, and she told her producer what was off limits in her house. Now, I'm one of the people who's been saying, I think Kim and her daughter planted the ants or bugs, whatever, in Nene's house. Nene been saying, we live in Georgia, we have food, the door is open, who knows how they get in. But now she's changing it to, Kim and her daughter planted the bugs. I guess people. But anyways, she's saying based on what she's been through in the past, she's very, protective of her house, who's going where. She needs to know at all times. So she told her producer, they can be downstairs. The only people who are allowed to come upstairs, especially where I lay my head with my husband, is Marlo and Cynthia Bailey, because they are spending the night. She was very clear about that. However, she said to sit there and watch her producer possibly go against what she told her producer. That's where she got so angry. The thing is, Nene's reaction was all over the place and was wrong. But I get it. When you are someone who constantly coming for people, talking about living in the ghetto, coming for, their homes and all of these things, and your situation, your ish, have to be together. Because you can't be going around calling Tanya Closet small, clowning other people for, how they handle their lives and all of that. But then your stuff is not together. She knew she was going to get dragged. She was going to get dragged on the internet. Basically, if people have, seen her messy closet. Now, but Porsha's saying, take my mic off. I don't want to be here no more. I'm scared. That just had me laughing. Now, as much as Nene tried to do this whole sisterhood and, I'm here for Porsha and all of that, she's upset. That how does this girl, the little girl that I begged Bravo to keep her job, can come over here and take all this shine? And then you still have people, you should have been in the hospital with your husband instead of having the bleep natural hair party. All right. So anyways, that's that. I don't think I missed anything or anyone. I mean, same old different day with the whole Giovanna situation.
So I just wanted to do a quick PSA. I think there's some folks out there that's got shit twisted. Okay, my name is Giovanna, not Yolanda, not Hokonda, not Wakanda, not Giovanna. It's Giovanna. So those of you who thinks it's funny to be mispronouncing my name, that's a problem for me. Next time you see me, it's Giovanna, because you got my husband pissed as fuck.
Y'all lucky it ain't me, because I would have been checking y'all off the rip. Off the rip. I don't play none of that.
Giovanna's the name. Get it right. Like I said, y'all know what it is. I don't have to keep saying it. I'm not going to do it again. Giovanna. And one more thing, because y'all not about to punk me. I unfortunately don't have the opportunity to do confessionals this season. So you guys aren't getting to hear me throw my little 2 cents in while everybody in the background, is talking shit about me. Let's just get one thing straight. Y'all cracking jokes on the whole dime piece thing. You just mad because your ass ain't a dime piece no more, okay? That's for sure. And number 2, I think it's just kind of funny how y'all are sitting around talking like you didn't remember me being there. How is that possible when we were sitting right next to each other? But, I ain't gonna get into all that. But back to what I said. The name is Giovanna. If you didn't know it before, you know it now. Don't get it twisted. Next time you see me, I expect you to address me as Giovanna.
Whatever. I didn't focus on the Candy and Cynthia situation, although it was hilarious because the next episode is going to show the entire show and all of that. But Cynthia is cute. Yeah, I love that she came in the audition. And I know most of you don't watch the show anymore, so I'm sorry. Audition for Candy Dungeon Party. So since Porsha and Phaedra lied on her, she's a businesswoman, she's a boss, she decided why not take this on the road. It was sold out. So because of how amazing it was, she's going to take it on the road. I'm all here for it. They lie on me, and I'm going to turn the lies into coins. Okay? Do that, Candy. about it. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, my Phenom loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted, and I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing a good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.